So I'm grateful to be alive and well, able to walk about, nothing but a little heart flutter. Things are going fine for me. In addition to that, I'm grateful that we have dessert. And I'm grateful that I saw numbers of people come in with food that isn't all dessert. It's a good thing. There's lots of good things going on in our lives. Constantly, constantly, constantly. I am so grateful to be in a community with such lively people who have a spiritual path going, and that we're reminding ourselves on a constant basis how to keep ourselves in that one place. In Entelechy, where we are changing our lives from the potentiality to the actuality, which also means that we are moving our attention towards our own unique purpose in our lives. Because we came here for a reason. We came here not just to grow old. You can have a life or you can grow old. We're going to do the old part anyway. What do we want it to look like? How do we want it to feel? How are we using our life in this big, wonderful way that gives us an opportunity to choose a life that is the thing we want? What is it that you want? For 2011, here we have the opportunity to move our lives in a way so that it meshes into the world change that everyone is expecting in 2012. Now, many people, including all the movie makers, are expecting a big disaster in 2012, like that's the end of the world. That is not the end of the world. That is not the end of the world. We are going to do something more wonderful than that. What is it you want? And how does your part of it fit into the larger picture of what the world should look like as we move towards the actuality of the good of our life? We're here as part of this community, and then we're part of our county, and then we're part of our state, and then we're part of our nation, and then we're part of the planet. And there's something remarkable happening planet-wide as we are starting to shift our consciousness, in a really wonderful way. Something has changed in your life. I know you're here because something has changed in your life. It brought you here together with a group of people that is like-minded enough to have your attention brought here. You are not here by accident. You are not on the earth by accident. You came for a purpose. What is it? Do you know what it is yet? Maybe you are living your life's purpose. If that is so, you need to come and tell us how we can help do that. We need to shift our life into we're not just ordinary beings. We're remarkable. So we may have an ordinary job that supports us while we're becoming extraordinary in some other area. What extraordinary thing do we want to do? What extraordinary thing is it that you want to do? I remember hearing Reverend Terry Cole Whitaker. She was talking about, she had the title for her book, What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. Isn't that a great title? She had the title for that book years before she ever wrote it. Takes a while for things to marinate, I guess. In addition to that, she was talking about she had been taking singing lessons. She always wanted to sing operatically. And she'd been taking singing lessons in a very haphazard manner. That's the kind of lessons I take. I don't want to learn how to play the piano, I want to know how. And do I have to really practice? Well, the answer is yes, you really do. So she's practicing. She goes, she may not practice through the week. She goes into her singing class and she practices with the teacher. And she knows she's not practicing well, and he knows she's not practicing well. And then she said after she had been taking singing lessons for 7 years, she got it. I need to practice this every day. So if you're not up to speed yet, have faith. Keep going along in your haphazard manner until the thing itself takes over. The thing that it is takes over and calls you to it. So that Renee has been practicing Qigong in a big way. She's taken the instructor's lessons, etc. And now she's stepped into it in a way so that she's really ready to teach Qigong. And she's doing it because she does it. She puts on her little shoes, she puts on her jacket, she does Qigong. And sometimes, I'm sure, she does not do it. She doesn't care whether anybody shows up. You know, she's got a class going on Thursdays. And it takes a while for a bit of time for people to come and take Qigong. Like Deborah's yoga class. It took a while for people to start to build up and go, yeah, I like this. It feels good. And you're haphazard for a while, and you're haphazard. And all of a sudden, it clicks into place how you feel different when you are doing the practice. So your inward journey can be as haphazard as it needs to be, as long as it's in the back of your mind going, it's my intention to change my life. It's my intention to do my inward journey every day. It's my intention. So do it as haphazardly as you need to. In 7 years, you'll probably click. You could do it faster. You could do it faster, but however long it takes is however long it takes. That's all we're here to do, is keep moving forward a little bit at a time, a step at a time, until we ultimately get exactly where we're supposed to be, which is right now, where we want to put our attention on the end of the journey and just keep moving one step at a time. That's all it ever takes. One intention at a time. So we want to put our entelechy, our actuality into practice. And it comes through our potentiality. So if you're still in your potential, you're still in the growth pattern. And ultimately, you will end up in actuality. Just keep plugging along. Doesn't that feel like it would be possible? You're a truly possible human being. Although many times we are all impossible, aren't we? Keep your potential open, keep your thought on where you want to go, and just keep moving forward. And now, if you will, let's do our affirmation before I take us into prayer. It's on that little piece of blue paper. There's a lot of paper in front of you nowadays. It's a little piece. Otherwise, you don't even have to get it out. You can follow along and speak right behind me. You ready? I am aware of that within me.
I am aware of that within me,
which has given rise to my reality.
which has given rise to my reality.
I am the cause and the form.
I am the cause and the form.
I hold an awareness of Entelechy.
I hold an awareness of Entelechy.
Congratulations. We actually said it. Maybe it'll stick in your mind. You won't have to put all those check marks behind it at your dictionary. Now, if you will, let's do prayer. Oh, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Breathe in that spirit which animates you with every indrawn breath, that inspiration that is every indrawn breath. Because today we are moving ourselves, just as Science of Mind says, towards the reality of the allness that is the isness, that is us. There's only one thing happening, it's God, and it's happening through each and every thing that it has created. Through every single planet, through every single star, through every single human being and blade of grass. There is no difference between any of it, for it is all truly the living life of Spirit itself, in all its manifested diversity. God is so good, as it manifests all our good through our own thinking. We move from that potentiality into the actuality through the use of that mind, which was Spirit given and to which we are connected here and now. So that I speak my word for health and wealth and loving relationships. All of us are entitled to that. All of us want it, need it, and deserve it. It's our birthright. We should have it, and we do. We simply need to give grateful thanks for being able to be aware that it could be ours now, because it already is. We need to simply change our thinking for our life to change. So that for perfect health, I know that every cell, every organ, every bone, every muscle knows exactly how to be itself as you and as me. I know that God is pouring out a great abundance on a constant basis. It is so true that having that little form in the booklet will help remind us of just how good God is. It's filled with the infinite potentiality and possibility everywhere present as us. I know that loving relationships abound. We're in a group right now of loving relationships, of people who like being here because we like each other. We have minds that match. We have ways to uphold and uplift each other through that way of connecting in the divine mind. Knowing that it has already manifested everything we desire, and all we have to do is step into it. Everything is already happening, all at once, all of it available right here. Knowing that truth, I simply allow my words to take us into this unmanifested, from the unmanifested to the reality, from the potential into actuality, using that entelechy that we've been talking about. It's all that there is, and it's already done. Say with me in one voice, and so it is. Thank you, everyone.